Hello everyone and welcome to part 24 of this Let's Play series of Star Trek Online. My name is Winters, and for anyone that is keeping track, you may notice that I've gone up another level to level 22, and that is because I have been doing my DOF missions. Very, very important. I know I've mentioned it already, but always keep DOF missions running. They're absolutely fantastic. Even when you're not in the game, set them up before you finish and they continue working for you. And when you come back in, you collect them and you get expertise, you get experience points, you get commendation XP, you get dilithium. In this case, got some EC as well. You can end up with some commodities. So very, very important. Keep your DOF missions going, and that's actually how I have progressed up yet another level, simply from just doing DOF missions. On top of that, I have also been keeping up with my dailies with R&D as well. If you notice here, I am level 5 in beams, I'm level 3 on cannons, and I've got 2 more for cannons running here. The reason why I don't have one here is because I'm actually short a duty officer. I need another research lab scientist, and if I open up my inventory and click on assets, I've only got 32,000 EC, so I need to build up a little bit more EC. On top of this, other dailies that I've been doing is the Path to 2409. I don't know if you guys remember that, the last time we were down in Starfleet Academy. And I'm also recruiting more bridge officers. If we click here, see the Andorian Cultural Exchange, Federation Civil Corps, the Tellarite Cultural Exchange, the Vulcan Cultural Exchange. I'm doing all those, so I'm getting myself more and more bridge officers. Okay, so anyway, on to what we are going to be doing in this episode. First of all, we're going to leave the system. And what I'm going to show you guys in this episode is Dilithium Mining. Now, this should be included as part of your dailies, at least one of your dailies that you should be doing every day. You can do it once every 20 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around here. If we look at the mini-map, we can see here. And if I hit M for Mike on my keyboard, this is where we are. And I'm just going to hit R on my keyboard, R for Romeo, go max throttle, and I'm going to go to the edge of the Beta Quadrant, and I'm going to make my way into the Alpha Quadrant. And I'm going to open up the map again, and I'm going to show you guys a little trick. This is where we're going, the Vlukata asteroid field, or whatever, the Volga asteroid field, however you pronounce it. So a little trick. We're going to click on Change Instance. Save us traveling all the way down here, especially in the ship, because we can only go warp 6 or whatever. We click on Change Instance, pick an instance that is empty, and hit Transfer. And we are going to change into a different instance of the same map. And if we look,
desperate men and women of the true way
here
have turned to one of the Federation's greatest foes in an attempt to hold sway over Cardassia Prime. Starfleet must infiltrate into the heart of the New Dominion and douse the flames of war before they consume the entire quadrant.
So, simply by changing instance, we went from here all the way to here instantly. So a little trick, if you are going to Deep Space Nine, which is where we are now, we're just right outside Deep Space Nine, there it is there. That's Bajor. Handy little trick. Doesn't matter if you come in up here or down here. Anywhere you come in on the map, if you change instance, you will instantly end up here beside Bajor and Deep Space Nine. Anyway, I'm going to click on the asteroid field and we're going to set a course. And while we're on our way, I'm going to modify my power levels by doing this, like so. Remember, that's very important. I also have my weapons on auto fire. I'm going to rearrange my tray a little bit to the way that I want things. So I want this down here. I usually keep the bottom bar for my attack runs. So I want everything like that. Actually, not even quite. Let's move this over here like so. because I want attack pattern alpha in. I don't need that one, I don't need that one, and I don't need that. Here's another one that I missed. Okay, so we are here at the asteroid field. Put this one over here. Let's see, heals, weapons batteries. I'll put you over there. Shield heal, hull heal. Okay, that's organized somewhat. Let's go to Dilithium Mining Station. So, here we are. Now, the first thing that I recommend that you do is you make your way over here. If this is your first time doing dilithium mining, whatever you do, do not get the mission and go outside and start doing mining straight away when you do not know what you're doing. Even when you do know what you're doing, until you have practice with it and you've got it down, you should not go out straight away. And this console here will let you practice it. So I'm going to click it here now, and we are going to start practicing mining. Now I'm going to use the arrow keys to turn and increase the size of this, and you can see we get the lasers showing up in the center, and our score continues to go up each time that we align this up perfectly. And what I'm doing is I am just using the arrow keys on my keyboard to do this. Now trust me, the arrow keys are the way to go. If you notice on the right hand side of this minigame, you have arrows there as well, and you can actually click those with your mouse, but that is far harder. You can make corrections and corrections for this minigame a lot quicker by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So do not use your mouse for it. Use the arrow keys on your keyboard, and you just need a bit of practice. Now, this score that I got, and I was afraid I wasn't going to get it because I was a little bit distracted while talking, 735 is the minimum score that you are going for. If you get a minimum score of 735, you will gain the highest amount of dilithium possible that you can get. If you get less than that, you will end up with less dilithium. If you get more than that, doesn't matter. You still get the maximum amount of dilithium that you can possibly get. If you get a score over 1,000, which is completely possible, you will end up with some R&D materials. So practice here first, using the arrow keys on your keyboard before you come over here to this NPC and you get the mission. So this NPC has two missions here: Rich Dilithium Mining Claim. Now, in order to be able to do this mission, you need a rich dilithium mining claim, and those come from these things here, lockboxes. Now, lockboxes, to be perfectly honest with you, is gambling. You never know what you're going to get. So I could open up one of these using a key that comes from the Z store. If I click here, here's master keys, a pack of 10 for 1125, so which means you have to put in real money into the game and buy Zen and then buy these keys, or you can buy a single one here for 125, and it takes one key to open one box. And yeah, you have no idea what you're going to end up with. You might end up with a rich dilithium mining claim, you might end up with a ship, you might end up with a DOF pack. There is no guarantee of what you are going to get out of it. It is totally gambling. So yeah, if you're wondering why you cannot complete this mission or what you have to do to complete it, you need a rich dilithium mining claim that only comes from lockboxes, and it is only a chance that you will get a rich dilithium mining claim from the lockbox. It is not guaranteed. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. This one, however, asteroid mining, is the one that we want. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to accept the mission. Now, the next thing that we need is an EV suit in order to go outside. Now, if you notice here, we have some dilithium ore and we have some refined dilithium. If I click on the dilithium store here at the bottom of the mini-map and click on special items and boxes and then click on EV suits, I can buy a pre-owned environmental suit or EV suit. So I'm going to buy this one here. Trust me, just buy the cheapest one that's available. Do not buy any of these ones. They're not worth it. Buy this one. You will get better EV suits later on in the game from story missions, but this will do for the time being. So I'm going to buy this one for 100 dilithium. And we can see it's now here in our inventory. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on it. Basically, oh no. Oh great, I've got a server not responding. Okay, sorry about that. I got a disconnect there, but I'm back in the game now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this EV suit to equip it. So if I click on my character sheet, we can see that it's actually gone into the slot here where the armor was, and the armor has been placed back in our inventory. So I'll close this down and I'll close my inventory. We noticed down here that there is some new options for us. This is because we are wearing the EV suit. Now, before we go outside, we have to turn on the EV suit, which is done by clicking this button here to activate it. And when we click it, we notice that the light comes on here at the top of the EV suit. Now we can exit the airlock. Okay, so if we look at the map by pressing M, we can see where we are, get our bearings. So this is the one I'm going to go for, then we'll go for these ones. So, we are outside on the actual asteroid mine now, and now we can mine rocks. Now I'm probably not going to talk much through this because I want to get that minimum score of 735, and I really want to concentrate on getting that score. One thing that I have noted from myself is that I need a score of 200 by the time there's 30 seconds left on the clock. If I have a score of 200 by the time there's 30 seconds on the clock, I know that I am going to hit that minimum score of 735 typically. That's not a guaranteed certainty. It's just something I've noticed from, you know, all the times that I've done dilithium mining. And there's our minimum score with 8 seconds left to go. $940, and we got 200 dilithium, and we actually got some R&D materials as well. Wow. Okay, so I thought that was when we got over 1,000. I will not complain. There is nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, we're going to go over here to this one. So there are 5 different areas on this asteroid mine that you can mine. If you look over here on the right hand side, prospect at 5 dilithium mining sites. We have 1 of 5 done. And yeah, you should do this as one of your dailies. You can come here to the mine and prospect at 5 different mining locations once every 20 hours. And trust me, you are going to need as much dilithium as you can get your hands on. So, excuse me, it is very important to come here once a day and do the mining to get as much dilithium as you could possibly get. You're going to need minimum, I would say, about 400,000 dilithium all the way up to 1 million dilithium, and that could go even higher. You could even go up as far as 3 million dilithium depending on what you're doing. So yeah, it's very good to get into the habit of coming here regularly and including this in part of your dailies to get as much dilithium as possible. We actually might have a score over 1,000 here. We do, woohoo! 1,030. Okay, so let's make our way to the next site. I notice as well the animations are kind of broke. When I'm walking here, it should be whoops. He should be like, you know, bouncing or hopping, you know, like as if there's no gravity. Probably just a minor bug that got introduced into the game, not intentional. Not a big deal. These things happen. Alright, so this one should be okay for us. Yep, mine rocks. And we start all over again. And, you know, it's easy. It only takes a minute to do each one. So you're talking about, you know, maybe, what, 7 or 8 minutes, you know, a day to come here and do this. For whatever it is, 1,000 dilithium. Every little bit helps. That path to 2409 at Starfleet Academy gives 480 dilithium, and you can do that once every 20 hours as well. So remember to keep that one up, and you can get the answers. Just go to Google and type in path to 2409 answers and go to the wiki, and you can get the answers there for that. And again, include that in your dailies. You get some experience, you get dilithium, and you get an accolade every time that you do it. So just include that in your dailies as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Just 2 more to go. I hate it when it only lasts for a split second. Like, you know, you only get one batch of points out of it, and then it switches again where you have to realign it. Like that. Only got 1 or 2 out of it. And that one. Ugh! Doing so well. Oh well, nothing wrong with that. Just 1 more to go. Just in case you're wondering, if I did hit this, I would die if I turned off the EV suit. Yeah, I would die. Okay, we're going good. We've got our score of 200 with 30 seconds left on the clock. Actually, a score of over 200, so hopefully I should make it again. Which means that I got the maximum amount of dilithium that is possible to get from here. Whoops. Went a little bit too far that time. Right, so yeah, that's Dilithium Mining. And we got some R&D materials. Now we click Return to Airlock here. And we go back to this NPC and turn in the mission. And you can see there, from the time it took us to, or the clocks that are ticking down from the second that we collected or accepted the mission. So in 20 hours, just less than 20 hours, we can come back here again and do this. And I will be doing this. I'm including this now in my daily. So I will be coming here once a day, every day. I will be doing Path of 2409. I will be doing my R&D, and I always keep my DOF missions running as well. So it's very, very important for you guys to get into the habit of doing this stuff as well. First thing, you log in and you start doing your dailies. It's just all part of the grind. Okay, so I'm going to put my armor back on. We'll leave that EV suit there. And yeah, okay. Thanks a million for watching, folks. If you have any questions on any of this, please leave a comment. As always, if you enjoyed the video and the series, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Next time we're going to be doing Temporal Ambassador, I think. So join me next time for episode 25. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Until then, adios.